Iris.
He took care of Iris once, and so basically she just owes him
Yeah, for life.
for life.
I mean, we saved him in the jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so yeah, back in the room, Miss Nobody just looks over at Saturn and is like, "What about you? What do you want to know?" And there's a hint of genuine curiosity there. There's not just a bunch of sarcasm for once.
I thought we covered this.
She like waits for you to explain.
I'll wait.
What do you think we covered? Maybe I'm forgetting something.
I'm gonna stare her down a little bit more.
Seth, what are you talking about?
I don't remember exactly what I asked her, but I know we had a big conversation in the basement where she was strapped to an augury and I asked her all sorts of questions.
And she shut down everything.
She was really infuriating about it.
Okay.
But not-
So I think she just like reiterate any questions you have. Try to word them better though. Try not to ask the silly questions, the obvious ones, the ones you don't need my answer for.
If I didn't need your answer for them, they wouldn't be questions.
Then fine. Let's see how stupid you really are, Doc.
Burn.
And now she looks like she's getting a little like fed up with this whole situation.
Sutter smiles for the first time since they've been in a room together.
She's like, "Look, you guys, I'm still trying to figure out why I'm here. It's very confusing because you seem pretty useless. I don't usually end up in places like this. So if you want to show that you're worth it, and that you're something special, that there's actually a reason for me to be here, do it now."
How the fuck do you know all of this shit? Like, she's getting really pissed and she just blurts it out. Like, how the fuck?
How do I know what?
All of this, that it's pointless, that we're nobodies, that we're stupid. And just
She gives you a look and she's like, "I think you know how I know." Not your name again. She's like, "I think you know how I know."
you ask the Maelstrom, is that your thing?
She shrugs. I don't know if I'd use the word ask, but I did get my information in a way that you would consider psychically, yes. I'm not sure ask is the word I would use. Extract, maybe? Extract. Maybe not even extract. She goes into thought for a second.
Iris waits for her to come up with the good word, with the word she wants.
It's not important. Anyway, I got my information psychically, yes.
And you're just gonna live the rest of your days living with that, knowing whatever it is, just not doing anything with it. Just living in the woods.
Trying to do something with it,
And
but
what are
I
you
keep
trying?
stumbling upon some very useless people.
And what are you trying to do? Excuse the personal questions. She says it so fucking condescendingly. Excuse the personal questions, but what are you trying to do?
Trying to give the information to someone who seems to care. But you are all too stupid to come with the right questions, which leads me to believe you're too stupid to find the answers. The real answers, the answers beyond your ridiculous questions. If you can't come up with a proper question, how can I ever expect you to find the answer?
of like rubs her forehead, like she's being really fed up with this. But she just kind of looks to Setter.
Setter is like, now you're on the same page as me. Is like the
So-
look she gives.
Look,
Earl comes back with a chair.
she's saying this as you walk, and she's like, "Look, it's not that hard. Use your brains. Use whatever resources you have and come up with the right questions, and I will give you your information. But I can't give you answers when I don't have questions. Do you understand? It's very simple."
Yeah, I say, look, this is the real world, and we've got real things to do and real people to take care of, and then I just walk out of the room because I am going to strangle her otherwise.
She like grabs the chair from Earl and like sits down and just like puts her head in her hand and like, "Look, you two. I thought the doc was reasonable, but now I see I was wrong. And she like looks right at you, Iris. I just don't see how you're missing the obvious." And she like holds eye contact with you. It's right there in front of you. Reach out and grab it. Get the questions. You can have the answers.
Yes, Iris. Grab it. Earl puts his hands on on nobody's shoulders and holds her down.
She stiffens.
Iris looks to Earl. And
Do
kinda
the
says,
thing, Iris. Iris, do the thing.
She actually looks nervous now, and she's like, "Iris, this isn't the way to get your answers. You're not going to get what you want. You're not going to get the right thing.
Iris, do it.
You think you know what you want, but you're not going to get it this way.
I don't care if you make her a fucking vegetable.
You don't want to
Rip
find
the
out this
information
way.
out of her brain, Iris.
You don't want to find out this way."
She looks at both of them and just kind of like. Then she just says, "I'm going for a walk." Leaves the room.
She like sighs and like
No, wait.
laughs.
I'm gonna try and manipulate you to fucking rip into her brain.
Okay. Do you,
Really? Oh,
do you want to interfere? You can
So-
interfere and make that a partial.
yes, I would like to try to interfere and make it a partial.
Hey, roll your hacks.
Hex with Earl.
Chat wants you to use the chair, Rodney.
Okay, that is a
Give her
success.
the chair.
So it's down to a partial success.
So I have to pick either the carrot or the stick.
He gets to choose.
You get. Oh, fucking hell.
Do you want the carrot? Do you want to give her the carrot or the stick?
Hmm.
Mm,
I will offer you the carrot if you rip into her brain.
She looks to Earl and says, "It's too dangerous in here. Maybe outside." And then she like holds up a finger. "But first, I'm going for a walk." Then she leaves.
Miss Nobody just sighs and she's like, "Smart girl."
Just
And
kill
so-
her, Earl. Just
She like
fucking
looks up
kill
at
her.
you and she's like, "Can I go?"
No. And I knock her the fuck out.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll for it, or can I just do it?
No, you have a move that specifically lets you do it without killing her, which is all that matters actually with you.
Okay, cool.
Excuse me.
Nobody is once again tied up.
Input where?
She's put, in the security office, yeah, where Earl is just gonna watch her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Iris goes for a walk and she like starts to go towards Yeah, she basically goes to Setter's spot, which she sometimes uses for her own little spot. And then she like sits down, looks up to the sky, and opens her brain about nobody and the questions.
Because this always ends well.
Okay,
That's why she's away from it.
go ahead. Roll your weird, please.
Fuck.
See? It's like we can never fucking know anything
It's
about this
overwhelming.
stupid bitch.
It's overwhelming confusion and followed by like pain and almost like a feeling you can't really, like a negative feeling you can't really sort out. That at the most, the best word you can give to it is distress, and that's all you get. And it's very painful and it's very loud, and it's yeah.
So she like grits her teeth through the pain and like manages to get out. So you don't like her,
You
and
know.
then she like sits there and thinks
Mm.
just about that, and yeah.
So, I think on my way back, I'm actually gonna be thinking about it. And I'm just saying this now because it's relevant. I doubt that I'm back yet, since this
Yep.
is probably not very long. But, on the way back, I guess I'm gonna be thinking, like, about the conversation we had down in the morguery. And wondering to the Maelstrom, so do you know what the right questions are?
Okay, we can roll for that, and I need to take my heads off for like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Succeeds.
Oh, but it's not a 12.
10.
I expanded weird, so if I got a 12, I could see past the Maelstrom.
Yeah, I did too.
Okay, cool. I'm back. I needed to put a sweatshirt on.
Okay.
Does not go over the headset. It's a bad
Yeah.
idea. Bad idea.
Unfortunately, I don't see beyond the Maelstrom, but I at least get a success.
Okay, so asking about the right questions. Maelstrom gives you confusion, just like it gave Iris. It gives you a bit of not understanding in the direction of Miss Nobody, and at the same time, you get a vision of what you imagine Christmas morning would be like, and opening presents and the feeling of receiving that stuff, and of that feeling that you get when you open presents on Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and that excitement and that anticipation, and the Maelstrom says, Maelstrom says she's nobody.
Thanks,
She and she
Thanks-
reiterates
thanks,
a
MJ.
line that nobody said. Miss Nobody said is that nobody knows everything. Ask nicely. Ask about the things that matter. What matters to you?
Well, thanks. I am going to go...
No, the
figure-
Maelstrom's asking you, like,
Oh.
what matters to you?
What matters to me? Okay, that Maelstrom's asking.
Yeah, asking you.
Well, I guess there are a lot of things, but
You get, like, a flash of images that you just give to the Maelstrom.
yeah.
What do you give?
And I think, like, a lot of it's, like, kind of, petty stuff. Just, like, machines and all that kind of stuff, and just, like, fixing things, because he does enjoy his work. But then there's stuff like he cares about the people in the tower and all of the kids. And even there's a bit of him caring about the city, right? Like, its well-being.
So the Maelstrom highlights the children. It highlights the people we as an audience recognize as the player characters.
Mhm.